Hello, this is Mrs. Taylor, and I'm going to walk you through how to solve a quadratic equation using GCF. GCF means greatest common factor. And so you would use this method if you didn't have three terms. So here we have two terms. So I can't use the X puzzle, and it's not subtraction, so I can't use difference of squares. So the other method of factoring that I have is GCF. If there's a greatest common factor for all the terms, I can factor that out and then use those factors to solve. And so when I look at this equation, 7k squared plus 9k equals 0, I see that both terms have a common factor of k. And so if I factor that k out, I now have two factors that I can set separately equal to 0 and solve individually. So k is a variable, so I can set that equal to 0. And then 7k plus 9 is another factor. I can set that equal to 0. Now previously in one of the other videos, I showed you how if you factored out a GCF that was just a number, you could ignore it. And the reason for that is if I took a number, set it equal to 0, it wouldn't make sense because a number doesn't equal 0. However, if it's a variable out front, you cannot ignore it because that variable can equal 0. The nice thing is that you're done here. It's already solved for. It's already by itself. So I only have to solve one equation with these types of problems. So subtract 9. That would be 7k equals negative 9. Divide by 7. K equals negative 9 over 7. So those would be my two solutions to this equation. And if I wanted to check my work, well, 0 I can check mentally. If I plug 0 in for k, that would make the 0 plus 0, which of course equals 0. And if I wanted to check the fraction, I don't want to do fractions in my head, so I can just do 7 parentheses negative 9 divided by 7 squared plus 9 parentheses negative 9 divided by 7. And I get 0, so I know I did it correctly. And so that's how you could use GCF, greatest common factors, to solve an equation for factoring.